أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه والسنة بسنة الدين أما بعد رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم أرنا الحق حقا واتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا واجتنابه اللهم إنا نسألك خير ما سألك عبدك ورسولك نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من شر ما استعاذ بك عبدك ورسولك نبيك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, and welcome to our weekly Friday night halaqah, every Friday night, 7 p.m. And the last many Fridays, we covered many different topics. But today, instead of a lecture or program, I have a very nice interview with a guest speaker. And our topic today is the importance of charity. As you know, brothers and sisters, we all give sadaqah. We all give money to help remove poverty, to help remove the sufferings of people. And that is why I try to invite today a special guest from Pakistan. He's originally from Pakistan, and he has work over there and projects over there, but he's also based here in Michigan. So he comes back and forth from here and there. So, Walaikum assalam, Dulakadu, Sister Aisha, thank you for joining. Walaikum assalam, Sister Bisam, thank you for joining. Yeah. So we have a guest speaker tonight. We have a long friendship relationship for the last 20 years. I have worked with him. I know him personally. I know his family. He knows my kids. He knows my family. And we have had a very strong relationship for the last many years. And that is why tonight I invited him to talk about his institution, his organization, his project, and so that we can learn more about how relief work is being done in that perspective. So let me bring in, inshallah, our guest speaker in. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Brother Shahid Hayat. So our guest speaker tonight, yes, our guest speaker tonight is Brother Shahid Hayat. He is the executive director of the Pakistan Children Relief. And Pakistan Children Relief was established in Pakistan to help the different projects over there. So I would like to ask you the first question, Brother Shahid Hayat, that when did you establish Pakistan Children Relief, if you can tell our audience, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. جزاكم الله خيرا, Brother Jawad Ahmed and Islamic Society of North Jersey, who have invited me for this interview or discussion. I would say that.
Yes, it's a discussion.
I was a part of Helping Hand for last more than 15 years, actually, before I was in ICNA Relief. And then when Helping Hand started, I joined Helping Hand at that time in 2005. Since then, I was working for Helping Hand for many projects in different countries. In my experience, my interaction with the community, interaction with the people who are living abroad in Haiti, in Bangladesh, in Pakistan, and many other countries where I have visited. And one experience actually motivated me to work for education and make education my own passion. My original village, I never lived there. I was born there, but I had a connection, and whenever I visited there, I see the poverty and ignorance and jahiliya in that village.
Right.
And that jahiliya was reminded me about the Quraysh back to the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There's a tribal system, and people, because of their own ego and their ignorance, they kill people without any reasoning, and the whole tribe stay behind them. And the main part of that was the woman, because one of my relative, he got killed, and I met the woman, her wife, and I saw that she was crying and she was making a promise, and her son was a young son, it was like 4 or 5 years old, and she was keep telling that I will make him to take the revenge of his father. And that was because in that tribe, in that area, the woman's education was very neglected, and it will feel shame like to giving education to the woman. From that day, I decided that's the only way we can change the society, if we educate the woman. And I started this school, this building, which you can see on the screen. And now, mashallah, is very beautiful, full-fledged school. We have some children, boys and girls, and 60% are the girls. And I started this school, alhamdulillah, in 2007, and with this mission to change the society. And alhamdulillah, I can see the difference after 10, 12 years that in the village now, a lot of changes came to people's mind. They have learned how this bad was to be associated with the tribe and just listen their nonsense. And alhamdulillah, and the women's, they and with the knowledge. So that motivated me, and because I'm from Pakistan, and I know many areas in Pakistan. I lived in interior Sindh. I went to visited very interior places, and the similar situation like in my village was the same situation was in those villages. And nowadays, and when we learn in Pakistan, there's 22 million children. They are out of school. They cannot go to school because of the many reasons, poverty, they don't have the resources available, or the community are not supportive. There's many reasons, we can count the reasons, but the main is 10% of the population of these kids, they are not going to the school. They are not able to go to the school. So this is not the 10% of among the children, but this is the whole population. So that motivated me, and in 2011, I registered as a Pakistan Children Relief, but Helping Hand, they did not allow me to leave, and until I was waiting for those that day, and in 2019, finally they agreed and they allow me, I can start this project by myself with the help of few friends who are living in US. And alhamdulillah, we got all the documentation, all registrations, 501c3 in US and also in Pakistan. So we are eligible to work.
Where is your office based here in America? Where are you based for Pakistan Children Relief?
In US, our office is in Michigan, in Canton, Michigan.
Okay. And it's registered here as 501c3, right? And it's registered here, right?
Yeah, there's a website. You can visit our website. On this brochure, you can see the name of the website. Is a PAKCR.org.
Okay.
PAKCR.org.
Right, I can see that.
So you can visit the website. You can find many other projects also, inshallah. So in 2019, we started, and now, alhamdulillah, last year in November, we have started 4 more projects in different cities and different villages. 3 orphan care program, 1 in Rawalpindi, 1 in Lucky Marwat, is Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and 1 in Karachi. This is the orphan care program where we support the orphans. They stay with the family. And our 4th program also we started in Karachi. We call the Safe
Brother Shahid, I think we lost him. We can't hear you. Yes. I think maybe we lost him. No problem. His screen is frozen over there. So we'll wait for him to rejoin. Basically, he was telling us about this project that we have, that he has established over there. And you can see on my screen the organization he established to remove the poverty and sufferings of the oppressed and downtrodden people in Pakistan. He was just telling us right now about this Safe Home project. Safe Home project is, as you may know, my dear brother sister Islam, there's a lot of street children. Pakistan is a very one of the poor countries, one of the third world countries, and in this country, parents do not send their kids to school for two reasons. Number one, they can't afford the fees and tuition, and the other thing is, government schools are free, but they don't send it to government schools because then they need their children to work and earn a money living. Because the father or mother earning is very low, that is not insufficient to support the family. So what the parents do is, little kids as young as 5-year-old, 6-year-old, 8-year-old, these little kids roam around the streets. Okay, well, the Shahid is back here.
Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, I think my connection was
no problem, no problem. I was just telling, while you were away, I was just telling the audience about the Safe Home program. What is the purpose of that? It is to remove the street kids from the streets and bring them into a safety place. And I was just telling the audience that why there are kids, little kids running around in Pakistan on the streets, because their parents want them to work and earn living, because the parents do not have enough good earning and livelihood. And that's why kids from young age do not go to school, even though the public school in Pakistan is free. But many parents, poor parents, do not send their kids to public school because they want the kids to have a job and earn a living and help support the family. So that is what I was just telling while you were away. So maybe you can tell us more about the Safe or Home program and how you bring these kids out from the streets.
Yeah, actually, I visited many orphanages, many places. I have seen the kids, how they were living, and they were providing them the basic necessities. And just our mindset in Pakistan, and in most cases, not everyone, but in most cases, people, they feel like you can just provide them the basic needs, the food or clothing, or maybe just teach them some skills, and they just be by themselves own, and they can support the family. But my vision was more than that. It's not only we can just raise them and just educate them for basic skills, or just provide them food or some basic education. With the Safe Home, we have the vision to bring these children as a leader in the society, so they can make the change. So our first program, which we have started, this Safe Home, and we have the limit of the children. We have the limit up to 20 to 25 children in one house, where they live as a family member, and our taking care of the brothers and sisters. They are not there as just taking care of staff.
Can you tell us what do they do in these homes? What are you providing as a service to these little kids? We can see in the picture that these little kids are sitting in the chairs and in these homes.
Yeah, they have a daily schedule. They wake up early in the morning with the Fajr Salah. So basically, we prepare them to learn the discipline. So they have a whole day schedule. What time they have to wake up, what time they have to pray, what time they have to study, what time they have to take a rest, what time they have to do lunch or dinner, or what time they have to play. They're going out in the field. They have a nearby field where they can learn, play and go out for outing. And after Maghrib, they have a khatra or halaka. They're learning the du'as. During the day, they early in the morning, they after prayer, they have a zikr, and then after that, they prepare breakfast, and after breakfast, they have the class. They study for the whole day until 1 o'clock, until Zohar. And then
So it's a whole day program.
It's a whole day, 6 days program. Once in a week, we allow their guardians to come and visit them. And it's not like anyone can go and just visit them. They have to schedule their visit with our administrator, and once in a month, we if their guardians want to take their children back to with the family, so they can take them with them. So it's a whole program basically. Because we started recently in January, is almost 2 months ago, and we are making them, preparing them to go to the better school in that area, because they came from a very poor area. Many 10 years old children even not able to read or write. So we are making them so they can enroll into the better school with the other children.
So, Brother Shahid, can you tell me roughly, approximately, how much does it cost to sponsor one of these children? The picture we see in the picture right now, that the kids are sitting and eating probably in the cafeteria. So what's the sponsorship cost for one child for 1 year or a month?
What we have come up with approximately $100 a month for each child who living in the safe home.
$100 a month.
$1,200.
And that what does $100 a month take care of for the child?
Everything there, all the needs. Even our expenses are more, but some donors, they subsidize the cost. So like one donor, he's paying the rent of this house. So we did not include that amount. But the amount, if they are going to the better school, the area schools, their tuition fee is about 4,000 to 5,000 rupees a month. And their other clothing, their other needs, and our people who are living with them, so their expenses also.
Right. And basically, this is like a boarding place, but they live there.
Place. Exactly.
Right. And some of them, maybe their parents are not there, but many of them, you said their parents come and take it away.
Not the parents, many of them, the orphans, some they are very poor and needy.
So the reason they don't live with their parents is because the parents don't have enough money to take care of them, and they would end up.
Yeah, exactly. They cannot afford to send them to school, or because we have the restriction to accept the children from 6 to 10 years old, and we worry about those children. If my parents send them to work, or they can be ended up at the street and just begging or learning some bad things, or maybe trapped with the criminals. So this is our.
You're saving the kids from begging. Now the question comes up: doesn't the parent fight or argue with you that why you take my child away and this and that? How do you manage that?
No, we don't take ourselves. They have to apply. Their guardians or whoever. Like we have 4 children. They were living in a house. In one room, there was 12 people who were living.
Wow, how many?
12 people in one room.
Wow, 12 people in one room.
12 people.
Wow.
So they lost their mother and father, these 4 kids, and their grandparents, they were taking care of them, or uncle, he was taking care of them, and they were living in one room. So when last month we sent them, first time they went to visit their family member or guardians, and we thought maybe they were a little angry, or they will not be sending back because this was the first time. But the children, they came back. They hugged to our brother and sister who were working there, because they call them as a baba or ammi. The sister, she's living there. So they are treating them as a father and mother. So they came very happily, very thankful to these our brothers and sisters, because they was treated like their own home. So alhamdulillah, there's no issue until now in last 2 months. And we provide them, we keep them like they're our own kids. It's not like we are just throwing them in the garbage.
And how many staff members you have at this place taking care of the kids?
Is this place we have three staff members.
Do they live over there with the children?
Yeah, they have their own place to live, on room where they live. There's a 24-hour taking care.
Also, I was seeing on your website, one of the projects you have, the orphan care program. So can you tell a little bit to our audience, what is the orphan care program that you have?
Yeah, many children who we cannot, because in Pakistan, we learned is 40 lakh, 4 million children, they are orphans. And many of them, they cannot go to school, or their family, they cannot support them, or the mother, she cannot send them to school because the high fees, and some places there's no government institution, public schools available. So we decided to make a cluster of one location or one unit where we can keep 50 to 100 children, 100 orphans. At this time, we have opened up these 3 clusters, 3 units, one in Rawalpindi, one in Lucky Marwat. These children who you can see in the picture, these children are from Lucky Marwat, is KPK, is Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. It's very, very poor area, very bad. I mean, if you can show the picture with the chairs, the children, they are sitting there. So they were sitting on the floor before that.
This one, yes.
This one. Recently, we have provided them 125 chairs. And before that, you can imagine these such children, mostly they are girls, they were sitting on the floor in dirt, on the dirt.
Wow.
And they can, in the summer or during the winter, in the cold weather, and this area is very backward, like a tribal area. It's very close to the Waziristan. It's not a part of Waziristan or that area, but it's part of close to Bannu and Dera Ismail Khan in between. So that is very backward area where the community, they not sending especially the girls to the school. But alhamdulillah, we have 60 girls, sisters, orphans. We are taking care of them. We are providing them education or their basic needs. So, and the similar we have in one program in Karachi, one in Rawalpindi, one in Lucky Marwat.
Is this also the orphan care program?
No, this is basically the situation in Pakistan, how the kids, they are learning from the schools. There's the school system. Even this is the public school system, is the government have built the building. They construct the building, but they're not able to provide them the furniture. Even the washrooms, restrooms in that area are very bad. The children cannot go for their necessities. So we have one program, wash program. We have not started yet, but inshallah, so we can prevent them from the health issues. So we can build the water project. We can have the washrooms for them, and they can have a hygienic way of living there.
Inshallah.
So, inshallah, that is another program which we will start inshallah soon, probably in June or July, inshallah.
Inshallah. So these are all the projects your organization, Pakistan Children Relief, is taking care of right now.
And the orphan, for the sponsorship for the orphan is $40 a month and $480 a year. So we can take care of their basic needs, education, their food, and the healthcare. That we can take care of in $40. But they are living with their mother or their guardians.
Very good, mashallah. So it's very delightful to hear and listen. Mashallah, you're doing a lot of work, and all these little young children, seeing them in the picture, it's really, really heartwarming that how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using you as a wasila to remove the sufferings of these people. Brothers and sisters, if you have any questions for Brother Shahid Hayat, please post it in the comment box so then we can ask him, inshallah, questions on your behalf. But like he said, that sponsoring an orphan is $40 a month. You can sponsor for a year or 6 months. You can even sponsor for a month. And you can go to that website, www.pakcru.
PAKCR.org.
Right, pakcr.org. And you can donate online over there, and you can see that how let me tell you one thing. Brother Shahid Hayat has a very soft heart, and that's the reason he has taken up this project to work and help remove poverty and alleviate the sufferings of these people. And therefore we make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He make you successful and give you more productivity and more barakah in your work. And inshallah, our du'as and our supports are there. Inshallah, we will try to support as much as we can by going online and sponsoring an orphan or sponsoring the safe home project that you showed us over there in the pictures also. And so, inshallah, we will do our best to support the little kids over there in Pakistan that are being helped by the Pakistan Channel Relief. Anything else you would like to say, Brother Shahid, in conclusion?
I just want to thank you for you and for the Islamic Society of North Jersey. The management, they have allowed me to come and show these about the children, about our programs. One program which, inshallah, as I mentioned, WASH program, and the other we have for the child labor, for working children. So we are going to start vocational education program. Basically, we will be, so this is the one of the program we have not started yet, but inshallah in next 1 or 2 years, that is also in the pipeline. We will be starting inshallah soon. So
okay, we got a question. We got a question for you, Brother Shahid. You can see on the screen. Sister is asking, is zakat acceptable for sponsoring this project?
I think Brother Jawad can give the better answer. For that, all the orphans who are zakat eligible, all our programs are for the needy and children, for the orphans. So in my opinion, yes, is zakat acceptable, but Brother Jawad is more knowledgeable.
Of course, I mean, what I'm saying, what I'm asking you is, does your organization accept zakat for these children?
Yes, inshallah.
So from Islamic point of view, I can say yes, zakat is eligible for this, but I don't know how many orphans you have who are eligible for zakat. Obviously, if they're orphan, they're automatically eligible for zakat. So therefore, I think you should also advertise that on your website, Pakistan Channel Relief website, that we accept zakat, and this way people can use their zakat money to sponsor the orphans or they sponsor that in that school project that is there, and also the Safe Home project. I personally, I'm very interested, and I'll be sponsoring that Safe Home project in Gulshan Iqbal in Karachi, because as you know, I belong from Karachi, and my parents live in Gulshan Iqbal. So that project is very near and dear for me, and I really see, and mashallah, the kids over there are learning so good in this home, and removing the kids from the street and bringing them inside this safe home. I remember you said it's $100, right, for one child?
$100 for each child per month.
Currently, how many children you have at this safe home in Gulshan Iqbal in Karachi?
This time we have about 10 children.
So is that the full capacity, or there is room for more over there?
No, the full capacity is 20, and we can accommodate up to 25.
Okay, mashallah. So inshallah, we will ask brothers and sisters to sponsor as much as they can, so we can have more children, inshallah, come off the streets and come to this safe home. And we will try to promote this also. Remember, this recording will be available on our YouTube channel. So, Brother Shahid, you can share that with your friends and family, and you can also
inshallah
And this recording is also on our Facebook page. So if you go to Islamic Society of North Jersey Facebook page, it will be there. So this way we can promote this video on Facebook and on YouTube so that other massages and other people from other areas can watch all of this and still help and benefit Pakistan Channel Relief and participate and contribute to this very, very noble project which you are doing, mashallah. So, any other questions, anyone, please post. Otherwise, we'll make dua and try to conclude for tonight's session. It was very, very delightful to have our guest speaker, Brother Shahid, to join us and give us a very eye-opening outline and insight to the relief work he's doing in Pakistan, in Lucky Marwat, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, in Karachi, in Gulshan Iqbal, and what was that third place, Shahid Bhai?
The other is also in Karachi, is close to, is a Batayabad, is close to Gulistan-e-Johar.
Gulistan-e-Johar, Batayabad. Okay, so very good. These three areas is where the projects are running, and all of you can go online to the website and participate and donate and contribute to the project.
And the fourth place is in Miawali, where we have the school. Alhamdulillah, that school is established. And 725 children, they are getting education.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
So
the school, this one, right?
The first one you have.
Right. So this school, mashallah, 700 children are there.
725 at this school.
MashaAllah. Very good. And how much is the cost of sponsoring one child in that school?
Actually, for this school, our model is to self-sustainable model. Initially, we are charging some fee. So, so the only few children, if they cannot afford, so we sponsor them, or we pay their tuition fee, like a financial aid. And so this only we need some time for the construction. This time we are not looking for any donation for this school, alhamdulillah, and it's very lower fee. We only the minimum is $4 and maximum $10. That's the fee we charge from the children, and only from those who can afford. It's not from everyone, but if someone cannot afford, we don't refuse them for admission.
Okay. All right, Jazakallah khair. It was very enlightening to learn all of that. Let us make dua, inshallah. Allahumma anta salam, minka salam, tabarakta rabbana wa ta'alita izzat jalal ikram. Allahumma taqabbal minna innaka antas samiu alim wa tub alayna mawlana innaka tawwabur rahim. Oh Allah, accept the efforts that our brother Shahid Hayat is doing over there in Pakistan with Pakistan Channel Relief. Oh Allah, accept the effort of all the brothers and sisters who are sponsoring and helping this organization and sponsoring this work. Oh Allah, all those people who attended tonight and listened to all of this, oh Allah, bless them in their health and their wealth and their family and their children. Oh Allah, protect all the families and their children from any kind of sickness and illness and disasters. Oh Allah, help the poor people everywhere in the world, wherever they are. Oh Allah, remove their sufferings, remove their hardships, and remove their difficulties. Oh Allah, you are the Rahman, the Rahim, the most merciful, the most beneficent. اللهم إنك عفو كريم تقبل العفو فاعف عنا. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار ونحن بالصالحين يا رب العالمين. اللهم يا شافي الأمراض يا شافي المشفى اشف مرضانا ومرضى المسلمين في كل مكان يا رب العالمين. اللهم اشفيهم شفاء كاملا لا يغادر سقما. اللهم ارزقهم الصحة والعافية في بدني وجسدي يا رب العالمين. وصلى الله في خلق محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه برحمتك الرحمين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا الله نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. جزاك الله خير والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
السلام عليكم.